Alright, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga kababayan, Batang Maynila to. It's katatapos lang po ng diskusyon dyan po sa Committee on Justice na pinangungunahan po ni Representative Attorney Jervil Jinky Beatrix R. Luistro. At ang mga pinag-usapan po dyan ay tungkol po sa impeachment hearing ground rules at ginanap din ang initial hearing sa impeachment complaints na i-file ni Reverend Father Joel Saballa and others na inendorso ni Representative Leila de Lima at yung impeachment complaint ni Attorney Nathaniel G. Cabrera na inendorso naman ni Congressman Abante at Congressman Pablo Ortega. Napag-usapan din po ang other matters, yung act on pending motions and or request for subpoena, schedule of next hearings, and determination of resource speaker or witnesses to be invited for the first hearing on April 14, 2026. Okay, at itong mga kababayan, dyan po sa sa hearing ay nagsalita po itong si Paulo Marcoleta. Nako, nag-epal na naman. At hindi pa po siya makamove on dun sa kanyang hindi pagkakaintindi dyan po sa proseso ng impeachment proceedings, kasi sabi niya hanggang ngayon hindi niya pa rin maintindihan yung sufficiency in grounds. So hanggang ngayon hindi pa niya makalimutan. At inopen pa uli niya yung sufficiency in grounds. So ang nangyari naman mga kababayan, nagsalita siya pero dinedma lang Dinedma lang mga kababayan ni Committee on Justice Chairman Attorney Beatrix Luistro. So itong si Paulo Marcoleta ay nakakahiya po. Pinagsalita, pinagmanifest, pero hindi pinansin. Dinedma, pinagsalita lang siya. O sige, magsalita ka. Okay, tapos ka na. O next. Hindi man lang nagsalita si Chairperson na Luistro tungkol sa sinabi ni Marcoleta. At pagkatapos yan mga kababayan, idiretso ko na rin yung pagsabpina duces tecum mga kababayan. Nako, sa SAL-N ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Nako po. Nako po mga DDS, malamang iyakan na naman ito. Sinasabpina po yung alam ko from 2014 hanggang 2025 mga kababayan, yung SAL-N gustong makuha ng House Representatives, ito pong Committee on Justice, para matingnan kung ano nangyari. Kasi mga kababayan, doon mapapatunayan na talagang bigla pong lumaki ang kayamanan ni Sara Duterte. At sa pamamagitan nun, malalaman nila paano lumaki yung assets ni Sara Duterte. Ito, panoorin natin yung unang-una, yung pag-deadma dito kay Marcoleta. Kasi wala naman. Unang-una, hindi ka naman miyembro ng Justice Committee. Pinagsalita ka nga, pero dinedma ka naman. So, parang wala lang. Tapos, diretso na rin natin yung video sapagkat pinag-usapan na rin po doon yung pag-issue ng subpoena sa Statement of Assets and Liabilities and Net Worth ni Sara Duterte. Paktay na. Magkano kaya ang laman ng sali ni Sara Duterte? At gaano kabilis lumalaki ang kanyang mga kayamanan base dun sa kanyang SAL-N? At pwede ring malaman doon kung talaga bang totoo ang nakasulat sa SAL-N ni Sara Duterte. Okay, sa panoorin natin itong ito lang po ay segment dyan po sa nangyaring hearing ng House Committee on Justice dyan po sa House of Representatives.
About the letter?
Yes,
It has been
Madam-
ruled upon
about the
Vice Chair Dumogan.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
We have a lot of things to discuss for today's hearing.
Well,
with
you have
your
already
indulgence.
You have already ruled, but I was about to suggest, because the most important is the tenor of our letter. This, we can say, this.
We are not issuing a letter because
this-
nobody moved
Yeah,
to issue a letter.
because there's some, despite your letter, we are inviting you to the next hearing. We can see it that way.
Nevertheless, the lawyers and the parties are always invited notwithstanding the letters of non-appearance, notwithstanding the letter that they are not recognizing our jurisdiction.
My worry, Madam Chair, is if we do not also respond to that in they are directly attacking us, it's not, to me, it's not good. Why can we not just say, despite your accusation, we are respectfully inviting you to the next proceedings.
Madam Chair.
Vice Chair Dumogan, we take note of your manifestation, but this issue has been ruled upon. Now we proceed to the next matter for our today's
Madam
hearing.
Chair.
That
Madam
is
Chair.
the action. Is it about the letter?
Madam Chair,
Wait,
since
Honorable Marcoleta, is it about the letter? Because the same has been ruled upon.
ma'am, since the due process has been mentioned several times in today's hearing, I have something to say about it.
Is it
Due
about the
process.
letter?
Somehow somewhat related to that, but not confined to the letter. Let's not be confined to that. We're talking about due process, Madam.
All right, you are
If I may be
recognized.
allowed, just
For
two
the
points.
guidance of the members, our colleague is a non-member. Nonetheless, he is allowed to manifest. You may proceed.
Thank you, Madam. I respectfully rise for a brief manifestation for the record, Madam Chair. During the last hearing, I was advised by the Honorable Chair to peruse the rules because I raised the terminology sufficiency and grounds, which was mentioned, I think, 16 times by the Honorable Chair. And I have gone over the rules very diligently. And the rule provides that the committee shall determine whether the complaint alleges sufficient grounds for impeachment. Nowhere in the rules you can find sufficiency in ground. Ang aking pong opinion, Madam Chair, pag binago po natin o we alter the terminology, it will reap a different meaning or a different consequence. When we say we're just determining alleged sufficient grounds, we are just testing the allegations. Pag sinabi nating sufficiency in grounds, we are already
Tingnan niyo, tagal-tagal lang usapan, doon pa rin siya. At tagal na yan, Congressman Marcoleta. Tagal na pinag-usapan yan, iba na topic ngayon, tapos diyan ka pa rin sa sufficiency in grounds. Anak ng teteng ka talaga, Paolo Marcoleta. Ha? Maayos ka nga. Sayang lang oras eh. Nakikinig sila sa'yo, wala namang wenta. Hindi yan ang pinag-usapan, tapos na yan, na-rule na yan. Yung sufficiency in grounds. Anak ng teteng ka.
we seem to be weighing the evidence. So I just implore the wisdom of the Madam Chair to stick to the precise wording as stated in the rules. Yun lang, that's my number one point, ma'am. And
You have other manifestations?
yes, ma'am.
You may proceed.
Parang sinasabi ni Congresswoman Luistro, sige lang. Continue. Magsalita ka lang, sige. Kahit hindi ka miyembro, pagsasalitain kita. Magsalita ka lang. Tingnan niyo mamaya yung reaction ni Chairman Luistro pagkatapos magsalita nito ni Marcoleta.
Number two, Madam, I have questions as to how the process of determining alleged sufficient grounds was achieved during the last hearing. How did we arrive at the determination? Because as far as I can recall, the Honorable Rufus Rodriguez suggested that we deliberate on the grounds, ground by ground. Because the complaints are nothing without the valid grounds from which its own merit should be anchored. So I agree with the view of the Honorable Rodriguez that we should have deliberated the two complaints ground by ground in order to arrive at a more judicious determination. And ang narinig ko lang po during the last hearing are perfunctory recital of allegations by the endorsers. So it would appear that this was just a peremptory declaration of sufficient grounds and nothing more. Yun lang na po. Ang aking pong pakiwari, we should be not abbreviating due process because the ruling on Duterte versus House of Representatives stated that due process and the constitutional limitations should always be present at every stage of the impeachment process. That's all, Madam Chair. Thank
The
you.
committee notes all the manifestation of the Honorable Marcoleta. Now we proceed to our pending.
Okay, so yun lang yun. Pinagsalita lang, binag-manifest si Paulo Marcoleta, pero wala lang. Okay na, noted. Okay na, noted. Parang wala lang. Ha? So ito na mga kababayan, pag-usapan na nila yung issue ng subpoena. Nako, tungkol sa ano to sa salin ni Sara Duterte.
Motions and or requests before the Justice Committee. The Honorable Joel Chua is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, the committee has received a letter dated March 5, 2026 on even date from Honorable Shell Jokno, where he moved that subpoena duces tecum be issued for the following. Number 1, duly certified copies of all the records of the NBI's investigation into the threats made by Vice President Sara Duterte against President Ferdinand Bongbong Romualdez Marcos Jr., First Lady Luis Lisa Cacho Araneta Marcos, former Speaker of the House, Ferdinand Martin Gomez Romualdez Sr., and certified true copies of all documents and photographs gathered in the course of the above-mentioned investigation. And number 2, duly certified true copies of the Statement of Assets and Liabilities and Net Worth of Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte for the years 2022 to 2025 inclusive, 2007 to 2013 inclusive, and 2016 to 2022 inclusive. Madam Chair, considering that the requested documents are relevant and material to the impeachment proceeding, I so move that subpoena duces tecum be issued pursuant to the letter dated March 5, 2026. So move, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to issue subpoena duces tecum to the NBI with respect to the records of its investigation into the threats made by Vice President Sara Z. Duterte against President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., First Lady Marie-Louise Lisa Araneta, and former Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, as well as the certified copies, true copies of all documents and photographs gathered in the course of the above-mentioned investigation. Similar motion is made with respect to the certified true copies of the Statement of Assets and Liabilities and Net Worth, that is SALN, of Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte for the year 2022 to 2025 inclusive, 2007 to 2013 inclusive, and 2016 to 2022 inclusive. The second motion is directed to the Ombudsman. May I hear the confirmation of the Honorable Chua? For the SALN.
Yes, Your Honor.
The second subpoena is directed to the Ombudsman. That is with respect to the SALN of the Vice President. Do I hear a second? The same has been seconded.
Madam
Is
Chair.
there any objection?
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Rodriguez.
we cannot
Are you objecting?
manifestation first before I would make my. We cannot have two motions being proposed at the same time. Practically, there should be two motions. The first motion are the NBI findings. The second is the SALN. We should go one by one, Madam Chair, because I am going to agree to vote yes to the first one. The second one, it is a fishing expedition. It is not. There are no ultimate facts on the SALN of the Vice President. So I will vote no. I will object to the second one. The first one goes, Madam Chair.
May we
should
hear
divide-
from the...
We should have two motions instead of only one. Two subject matters. Under our rules, in the rules of court, motions should only be on one subject matter.
May we hear from our proponent? The Honorable Rodriguez is suggesting that there should be one motion per subpoena.
Yes, I move that we vote
Would you like
on,
to amend your
yes,
motion?
I will amend my motion with respect to the. I move that we issue subpoena duces tecum to be issued to the issued for the duly certified copies of all the records of the NBI's investigation into the threat made by the Vice President Sara Duterte against President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, and certified true copies of all documents and photographs gathered in the course of the above-mentioned investigation. And so move, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to issue a subpoena to the National Bureau of Investigation with respect to the records of investigation of threats made by the Vice President to the President, to First Lady, and to the former Speaker. Do I hear a second? The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The committee secretary is directed to issue the necessary subpoena. The Honorable Chua?
Madam Chair, with respect to the second subpoena, I move that we issue subpoena duces tecum to the Office of the Ombudsman for the issuance of the duly certified true copies of the Statement of Assets and Liabilities and Net Worths of the Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte for the years 2022 to 2025 inclusive, 2007 to 2013 inclusive, and 2016 to 2022 inclusive. So move, Madam Chair.
There is a motion for issuance of subpoena to the Ombudsman with respect to the salin of the Vice President from 2022 to 2025, 2007 to 2013, 2016 to 2022. The same has been seconded. Is there any objection?
Madam Chair.
Is that an objection,
I
Honorable
object.
Rodriguez?
I object. This is now a clear fishing expedition against the Vice President. Thank you.
Considering that the motion has been objected to, we shall proceed to divide the House. Justice members, please be ready to vote. Those who are in favor of the motion for issuance of subpoena to the Ombudsman for the production of SALNs from 2022 to 2025, 2007 to 2013, and 2016 to 2022. Please raise your right hand.
Nako, ang dami. Mukhang si Rufus Rodriguez lang ang mag-isang magboto ng no. Si Marcoleta hindi makaboto, hindi kasi membro, saling pusa lang. Alright. Ang dami.
You may now put down your hands. Those who are not in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand.
Rufus Rodriguez, taas ang kamay. Ayan.
You may put down your hand, Honorable Rodriguez. Those who abstain, please raise your right hand. That concludes the voting. Secretariat, the result, please.
Nako. Bubusisiin na ang salin ni Sara Duterte. Nandun kaya yung confidential funds?
With 34 votes in the affirmative, 1 vote in the negative, and 0 abstention, the motion is granted. The committee is directed to issue subpoena duces tecum to the Ombudsman for the production of the SALN of the Vice President corresponding to the period of 2022 to 2025, 2007 to 2013, and 2016 to 2022. So ordered.
Okay, so yan mga kababayan, yari na. Iyakan na mga DDS. So ayan mga kababayan, pinakukuha ang kopya ng SALN ni Sara Duterte from 2007 hanggang 2025. Tama ba rinig ko? O hanggang 2025. Naku po. Ano kaya ang makikita doon? Nandun ba ang confidential fund di Mary Grace Pianos? Ayan ang ating abangan. At ito pa mga kababayan, sa boto namang 29-1 o 29 pabor, 1 tutol at walang abstensyon, inaprubahan ng House Committee on Justice ang motion na mag-issue ng subpoena duces tecum at subpoena ad testificandum kay Attorney Gloria Camora, ang Commission on Audit Team Leader. O ano to, bakit siya pinapatawag? Kaugnay ito ng paghingi ng mga kaugnay na dokumento hinggil sa paggamit ng confidential funds ng DepEd at Office of the Vice President OVP noong 2022 at 2023. Ayan mga kababayan. So ang dami pong naging motion at ang dami pong mga nangyaring subpoena ducis tecum at subpoena ad testificandum na ginawa dyan po sa House of Representatives kanina. So abang-abang po tayo sa susunod pa mga kababayan, yung talagang tapos na po kasi yung ground rules na okay na. Yan mga kinakailangan nila mga dokumento pinasabpina na nila at ang formal na hearing ay gagawin po sa kailan ba? April 14. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Doon po sila uli magkakaroon ng committee hearing. Ayan mga kababayan. Pinag-usapan din yung sagot ng kampo ni Sara Duterte. Una dapat pagbobotohan kung sasagutin pa ng House Committee on Justice yung sulat ng ni Narbasa firm. Yung sagot ni Sara Duterte pero mukhang dinedma, binaliwala. May sabi nga ni Leila de Lima, bakit sasagutin pa natin 'yan? Wala naman siyang sinagot dun sa mga binibintang sa kanya, sa mga allegations, wala. At sinasabi pa ng sulat ng mga abogado ni Sara Duterte na walang jurisdiction itong committee ito na litisin siya sa pamamagitan ng impeachment hearing. So hindi na nila pinansin. Pinag-usapan yun mga kababayan So hindi na sila sasagot sa letter. Wala namang saysay na sagutin pa nila. Saya lang nila yung sulat, sumulat kayo, hindi nyo naman sinagot ang mga aligasyon, so okay lang, sige lang. Basta sila tuloy-tuloy sa pagpapatupad ng kanilang mandato sa konstitusyon mga kababayan. Okay, so yun lang po mga kababayan ang ating update. Tutok-tutok lang po dito sa Batang Maynila Toid sa iba pang balita. Ingat po tayong lahat. God bless po.